Hi, I'm Dave of DS Plumbing. Today we're going to be looking at winterizing your outside faucets. So right here we have an older style faucet here. This house is 1960s, and so what we usually do is we'll start by turning the water off outside. This is already done. So normally when we're turning an outside tap off, what we'll do is we'll come in right here, shut the inside valve off. Now in this bit of piping here, there isn't actually an inside valve to turn off, and the reason being is that this particular faucet is an original or older style frost free. So what happens there is we're shutting the water off at this point inside the house, and because all the air in this area here is warm, it's not going to cause any freezing. Our important thing to do is make sure that we go and disconnect the hose outside. So let's go and do that. So now that we I've gone inside and checked to see about the inside shutoff valve, and for this particular style valve we found there isn't one. The most important thing to do, especially for the frost-free hydrants, is to actually remove the hose. The reason we're doing this is that the only way that these will freeze and have a problem is if they remain full of water, which they will do if you have a hose connected to them. So we'll quickly undo that. And should there be any water left in there, what we'll see is that will dribble out right now. In this case there, it's obviously been dry for a while, so there's no water coming out here, and we're set for winter. As long as there's no drips coming out here, you're not going to have any ice buildup or any other problems, so you'll be trouble-free all winter. Alright, so we're inside looking at a specific valve that has an inside shut-off. So what we've got going on the piping out here is actually an outside faucet. So at this point in time we've already turned the valve off outside, and what we're going to do is with this particular valve, and the reason we have it is to drain the water that's in this piping back down to this point out. So what we're going to do is shut this off, and what this does is it shuts the flow off of the water from here up to this point. And now by opening this little drainage port, what I can do is release the pressure and drain out whatever water's out there. And as we see, I'm not getting a whole lot. This might just be requiring some air to get into the pipe, but if I don't have anything coming out, that's fine. What you can do is, if you want to, you can leave this valve turned in the closed position all winter, and you can use tape and tape this so you don't lose it, or you can just screw it back on, because once you've relieved the pressure here, this is all you're actually having to do. So if I'm not getting any water out, then basically what it means is most of the water would have come out the front of the house, the tap. So I'll put this back on. And that's it. Now the amount of water that you can expect to come out is potentially nothing, like here. But usually, I mean, I've got a cup like this, but you'll probably expect maybe half a glass of water at most coming out. You might just get a little dribble, a couple of teaspoons, something like that. A lot of it depends on how your piping's run, how long it is, and that sort of things. Usually these valves are fairly close to the outside of the house. You can see we have our wall and everything right here. So it's not very long before we're outside the house. So generally I wouldn't expect to get much water out. And that's it.